Oh, is it live? Okay. You guys have to excuse me because I'm not really good with Facebook Live, but to me that was the easiest way to kind of get everybody. Um, so pretty much this video, or I went Facebook Live to kind of get with everybody to kind of put out there the information that I've been able to compile over the last couple of days in regards to what's out there for self-employed and small business owners. I'm not quite for sure how Facebook Lives works, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start. But I'm assuming those little odd things mean like people are looking. But regardless, your time is valuable. It is a holiday, so first of all, I want to say, hey Houston, happy Labor Day. Hope you guys are enjoying some time with your family, enjoying this beautiful sunny weather, and able to kind of relax and kind of just have some time to chill out since all the chaos and hecticness of last week that the storm brought upon. So pretty much in regards to what's out there for self-employed business owners, self-employed and business owners. Now let me be specific what the two is. You may be self-employed, but you may not actually own like a physical brick and mortar business. Self-employed means that you are not a W-2 employee. You do not work on a job. You do not clock in and out. No one governs, your day-to-day schedule. Whether you're an independent contractor, whether you're a hairstylist, whether you're a barber, you do fall in that self-employed category. If you're a business owner, which is also similar to self-employed, you might have an actual brick and mortar location. You might have a storefront. But either way it goes, whether you're either or, whether you're just working for yourself on the side, or whether you have a full storefront business, the tips that we have today is for either or, and they can apply to each and every one of you. So don't disclude yourself if you're like, oh, well, I just do hair on the side, or I do this on the side. No, you're still self-employed. If you make money doing something on the side, you're still self-employed. So don't think because you don't have a huge, big storefront business, none of this applies to you. So with that being said, the next thing is I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I know that it takes time, but if you are tuning in, I'm assuming it's because you are interested in navigating the system to see what's out there for you guys. So with that being said, and y'all will see me looking down because I've compiled so many notes. I've researched so many websites. I've done so much to try to get as much information as I can for everybody. So and just in case anybody who doesn't know who I am, my name is Akila Gillespie. I own a tax and financial services company here in Houston, Texas. We provide different services for some of you guys. Some of you guys might be our clients, as well as our business owners as well. So the first thing that you have to do, regardless, whether you had damage in your personal house, whether your car was flooded, it doesn't matter. To get any type of assistance, regardless, you have to fill out the FEMA application. That's the first thing that you have to do. A lot of people are like, well, I didn't even have any damage, so FEMA not going to give me nothing, or FEMA not is going to help. If you're not self-employed or you don't own any type of business, then okay, yeah, that's okay. But if you are self-employed and you do own any type of business, then you need to make sure that you do apply for the FEMA application. And how you go about doing that is you go online to the FEMA website. I posted that link on the Right Way Tax page. And you fill out the application. If you are self-employed, it's some very key things that you need to make sure you put on that application. If you had property damage, make sure you put your property damage on the application. But if you did not have any property damage, meaning you were blessed and fortunate enough to where the storm did not affect you, then you still put no property damage. But you answer yes to certain type of questions. They will ask you a question whether or not 50% of your income is derived from self-employment. Some of you may feel like, okay, well, I work a job. I mean, I have a regular 9-to-5 W-2 type of job, but I also have a business on the side that I run. So does that mean 50% of my income is derived from self-employment? I would say yes. Yes means, yes, you got 2 jobs, but who's to say that the bank of your money is not coming from your hair business. You might work at a job on the side making XYZ dollars an hour, but you making $200-300 a day doing what you do on the side. So yes, make sure you select yes on the FEMA application that 50% of your income is derived from your self-employment. If you don't put that, then it's kind of hard to say I'm self-employed when 50% of your income is not being derived from self-employment. So make sure you put that on the FEMA application. Another thing to make sure you put on the FEMA application, which is on disasterassistance.gov. I put that link in there. Y'all know me. I'm not one of the ones to get what I can out of the system. But from where I've been understanding with FEMA, some of you guys have applied for FEMA who actually did have property damage, and application statuses are still saying processing. From my understanding, FEMA hasn't released any money. So I'm not saying get over on the system. What I'm saying is you do need to know how to navigate the system so you can be able to get what you need to get done. So in addition to that question of selecting yes, you also need to select yes in regards to utilities. I don't care if utilities was out for 1 day. It's going to say, were you without utilities for 5 or more consecutive days? You need to put yes. Even if your lights was out for 2 days, you need to put yes, because if you put no and you mark no, then you will completely disbar yourself from any type of miscellaneous item expenses that FEMA has to offer you. So make sure you select yes. In regards to property damage, if you didn't have any property damage, don't put property damage, because they're going to come out there and check your cars. They're going to come out there and check your houses. So please don't even play with them on that type of note. But in regards to business owners, make sure you select yes for 50% of employment as self-employed, and make sure you check yes for the miscellaneous items. If you decide not to check yes for 5 days without utilities, that's fine. Just make sure you check yes to 50% of your income is derived from self-employment. Now, once you've done with the FEMA application, at the end of the application is going to ask you for identity questions like, do you know such and such? What street did you live on back in 1992? Did you ever own a car like a Buick? Answer all those questions, and FEMA is going to create you a FEMA account with your username and your password. You're going to need that to check back and forth with different things. Once you get done doing that, the next thing for you to do is to go apply for the other benefits provided by FEMA's partners. Everybody thinks FEMA is the one providing everything. No, FEMA has partnered with the Texas Workforce Commission, and FEMA has partnered with the Small Business Administration to provide you additional services. So just because you complete that FEMA application on disasterassistance.gov, that's not going to assist you with lost wages. That's not going to assist you with any small business loans. You still have to go to those websites separately and apply for those things. So with that being said, I'm talking to two different types of people right now. I'm going to kind of switch over. When you complete your FEMA application, the next step that I advise that you do is you need to go to the Texas Workforce Commission's website. The Texas Workforce Commission website is where people file for unemployment benefits. A lot of people are going to say, I can't apply for unemployment. I don't work a W-2 job. So because of that, I'm not eligible for unemployment. You are absolutely 100% right. In a normal situation, without any type of natural disaster that just occurred and just flooded the entire city of Houston, you are absolutely right. You are not eligible for unemployment benefits if you are self-employed, work on the table, and do not work on a W-2 type of job. If you do hair at your house, no, you can file unemployment. If you own a barbershop, no, you can file unemployment in any other normal situation. But given the circumstances, Houston is now considered a disaster zone. So because Houston is now considered a disaster zone, you, as a self-employed individual or business owner, is now eligible for disaster-related self-employment unemployment benefits. So yes, if you are self-employed or you're a business owner like myself who doesn't work on a W-2 job, you can go apply for unemployment. So you go on Texas Workforce Commission website, which is posted on our Facebook page. The link to get to that site, it is posted in case you need to go find it. The exact link that'll take you straight to the login page, it is posted on the Right Way Tax page. You go to that website and you apply for unemployment just like you would if you were working on a regular W-2 job. The only thing you're going to do different on the Texas Workforce Commission website, their application, is it's going to start asking you questions such as, are you unemployed as a result of a disaster or blah, 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 blah. Make sure you click yes. You are only applying as self-employed because of a disaster. Once you do that, they're going to ask you things about your self-employed business. When they start asking you about your self-employed, who do you work for, don't put your client's name. So if you're a barber and you know you cut John Doe's hair, don't put I work for John Doe. No, you put your name. You work for yourself. You put the name and address of your business. If you work out of your house, then the name and address of the business is your house. You put all your information in regards to the type of self-employment business that you do. Don't put anybody else's information because you don't want the state coming after nobody else to my, oh, such and such applied for self-employment and they looking for, no, you got to pay it. No, you just put that. TWC has a better turnaround to me than FEMA. TWC will get back with you within 48 hours as far as a determination of what they're going to pay you. Now, TWC will email you back and say, hey, based off the information you said, being self-employment, you're eligible to be paid XYZ dollars a week. Now, of course, somebody like me, when TWC hit me back saying, this is what we're going to pay you a week, I'm looking at them like, you're crazy. But that's because TWC is basing that off of the unemployment taxes that you pay. Well, if you're self-employed, we don't pay unemployment taxes. So with that being said, you need to appeal the TWC decision. The Texas Workforce Commission will say, okay, as a self-employed business owner, you're only eligible for $200 a week. So you take your $200 a week, receive the $200 a week from now, starting now, but appeal the decision. In order to appeal the decision with TWC as a self-employed business owner, they're going to ask you to send in certain things. They're going to ask you to send in your business license, fax them over your business license. A business license is something as simple as a tax identification number. If you went online and got you an EIN number, send that to TWC. If you write off your business on your tax returns, fax that over to TWC. That will serve as proof that you are a self-employed business owner. Now, another thing about TWC, and I'm trying to remember it because I did the whole application process, and I'm trying to make sure you guys put the right things, because it's all about what you put on these applications that is going to determine how much assistance that they're going to give you. Okay, I remember it now. The date. When you're filling out the Texas Workforce Commission application, which is where you go to apply for lost income, wages, and all of that, make sure they're going to ask you, on what day do you anticipate on returning back to work? Make sure you put a date that's kind of further out. Because if you don't, then unemployments are based on a week-by-week basis, and they're going to put the first week in the hole. So if you fill the application out today and saying that you anticipate on coming back to work on the 5th, I mean, well, the 5th is next week. I mean, it's tomorrow, isn't it? I don't know. I think the 5th is tomorrow. Possibly so. They're only going to pay you 1 week's worth of benefits. And that 1 week is in the hole already. So make sure you put the maximum date expanded out for TWC so that you can make sure you're covered with those lost income wages. Now, I will say this. There are two types of self-employed people. There are people who are 100% self-employed, like myself, meaning this. Our business is our business. I don't work nowhere else but for Right Way, okay? Some of us are self-employed, meaning we do our business on the side, but we still have a W-2 job that we're working. So we work and do our construction business on the side, but we still clock in and clock out at whatever company we clock in and clock. You have to be very, very careful if you're that type of person messing with TWC. Because if anybody knows unemployment, once you start working again, you might not be making any money from your side business right now, but you still got a check coming in from your clock in, clock out job. So before you apply for TWC and you one of those people, make sure that your clock in, clock out job is not going to back pay you for the time and days you were off for Hurricane Harvey. So if you work at the school district and you was off for a week, but you also run this type of business on the side, I honestly went full with TWC, because you don't know whether or not the school district is going to pay you for that week off. But if you're somebody who is you're like me, I'm 100% make my money from myself, then go ahead and apply for unemployment benefits. For the people that just got on and didn't hear anything what I said, I'm just going to repeat it. In any other normal circumstances, if you're self-employed, no, you are not eligible for unemployment benefits. But because this is a disaster-related event that has occurred, you are now eligible for temporary. I'm sorry, somebody just called my phone, so the video went out. So going on to the next thing, the small business disaster loan. After you've applied for your TWC unemployment benefits, if you're self-employed, you can now, and either if you decide not to, that's another option, a way for you guys to get some additional income coming in the midst that you're going slow. Your business is going slow because of the storm. Your clients can't pay. Just like we're asking for extensions for our creditors, our bills, your clients are going to be asking you for extensions on their bills to you. So if you did a construction job last week and they do to pay you this week, it's a 90% chance that person is going to ask you for an extension due to the storm. So that's the purpose of applying for unemployment benefits if you're self-employed. Now, if you don't want to fool with TWC at all, which is the Texas Workforce Commission, I don't blame you. I wouldn't bother with them either. But if you absolutely have to, that's a good way to go ahead and get you some income coming in right now. Now, another way is, which is I recommend anybody does who is a self-employed business owner, go online and apply for the small business disaster loan. Everybody's like, oh, okay, that's the FEMA. No, remember what I told you. Just because you fill out the FEMA application does not automatically put you in the pot for the small business disaster loan. You fill out the FEMA application first. You get a FEMA application ID number. You then take that FEMA application ID number and you go to the small business disaster loan website and you fill out their application. When you fill out their application, they're going to ask you for a FEMA application ID number, which you already have because you already did a FEMA application number. What this small business disaster loan is for, say your business flooded, say it didn't flood. Either way it goes, you're eligible. You're eligible because you are suffering from an economic injury. What that means is, no, my office didn't flood. I still have lights, electricity, computer. Nothing happened to my office. The problem is I don't have any clients. All my clients got flooded. They're not coming in. Everybody feels to be funny with their money right now. So all my clients are busy trying to handle their own personal expenses, so they don't have any money to pay me. So that's the reason you're applying for a small business disaster loan, and that's what you need to put, economic injury. Now, if you did have damage to your business, it got flooded, people came in there and looted you, whatever happened to your business physically, you can put property damage or physical damage on the application. But either way it goes, you can apply for this loan. And you fill out the application. I will not lie to you. This application is very extensive. It's not for the weak at heart. They're going to want to know as much information about your business as you can. So if you don't have a legitimate business, don't even waste your time with it. But if you have a somewhat legitimate business, and when I say somewhat, meaning you at least have a DBA, you at least have a tax ID number. And if you don't, that's okay. But you at least can prove that people know you as a business owner. People know you as a hairstylist. People know you as a barber. People know you as a painter. If you at least have enough information to prove that you do this type of business, then yes, you can apply for this small business disaster loan. If you using this disaster loan to try to get money to start a business you've been thinking about in your head, it probably won't work for you because you won't have enough concrete information to prove. So when you fill out this application, they're going to ask you things about your business. Where is it located? You might not have a office location. That's okay. Put your home address. You don't have any employees. Put 0. If they ask you how long you've been in business, let me think. Whatever day you first started doing your business, if it was back in 1992, put 1992. Here's a key thing to put on that small business disaster application. They're going to base this loan off of pretty much credit will play a part. They say it does, but I don't really know yet. But be prepared for them to possibly run a soft credit check on you. They're going to base it off of how much money your business would have made had this storm not hit. So they're going to ask you a question on there called accounts receivable. Accounts receivable is money that you have coming in. I'm not telling you what to put, but I am going to drop this note to you. The loan is based off of how much money you would have made had this storm not happened. So make sure in that accounts receivable section, you put a nice little comfy number there to be able to let them know that I am a viable business. I am going to lose money because of this storm. My clients can't pay me. Everybody calling me, asking me for extensions. I'm a barber. Ain't nobody coming to get their hair cut because everybody is busy cleaning out their houses or they don't have any extra money. Do whatever you got to do to be able to apply for the assistance that your business needs. Another thing, when you're filling out the application, it's going to ask you stuff about your assets and your liabilities. We just talked about that a little bit. All I'm going to say is this. Nobody is going to lend your business money if it wasn't making any money prior to the storm. I mean, a banker or a business loan person looks at it like this. If the business was in a negative prior to the storm, are you getting this loan really because you need it or because you're trying to get a quick extra cushion come up? No, what you're trying to show is, no, my business was barely making it, and that really ain't going to make it because the storm came. So when you're doing assets and liabilities, pay attention to the end numbers. It's going to tell you what your net worth is. And when you put assets and liabilities, only put your main bills, stuff that shows up on your credit, like your car note, your house note, your student loan payment. You don't even got to put that. If you owe John Doe from Fingerhood $20, don't put that on the, you don't want to add any debt to the application, all right? And make sure you put a nice number for your receivables. I'm not going to lie, the application is extensive. They're going to ask you for your tax returns. If you're a business owner and you haven't filed taxes, that doesn't mean you can't apply for the loan. What that means is, instead of a tax return for that small business disaster loan, they're going to ask for a profit and loss statement. That's easy to make. You can get that off a template and make you a profit and loss statement if you don't have that. You can email us at info@taxrightway.com and we will send you a template that you can use for a profit and loss statement. This only is for people who has not filed tax returns. If you file tax returns with your business on it and you wrote your business off, all you have to do is upload a copy of your tax returns, and the Small Business Administration will accept that. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks to get approved for that loan. So if you need quick money right now, apply for unemployment through TWC. If you can wait a little bit, apply for the SBA Small Business Disaster Loan. That loan is also available for homeowners right now. So if you're a homeowner but you're not a business owner, and your house flooded or you have some type of damage that you need to be compensated for, because we all know FEMA just is processing. FEMA just processing. We don't know when they put out no money. You can apply for that loan as well, but that's for another video. But that loan is another type of loan through those same people that's available for you as well. So with that being said, the next thing is another way for small business owners to get some income coming in right now. And just for you guys who have tuned in, just to recap, just like we as in our personal lives are having to get extensions from our own creditors, we having to call our own mortgage companies. We having to call our own car companies asking for extensions. your clients, people who you do business with, people who you perform services for, they're going to be asking you for the same type of extensions as well, which is going to lower your cash flow as a business owner. Which is why you need to apply for things like self-employment, unemployment, small business disaster loans. And the last thing that I'm going to put out there for anyone else who cannot, they can't wait 2 to 3 weeks for a small business disaster loan. They can't wait for unemployment to kick in if you're self-employed. If you need some right now money as a business owner, and I'm talking about right now, like within the next 24 to 48 hours, like if you don't pay a bill at your business, it's about to be on and pop, only God gonna come in and say that, then you need to apply for private money. We do have some referrals for you guys. These are type of lenders that can get you some funds very quickly within the next 24 to 48 hours. They do require bank statements. That's all they require right now. And on your bank statements, you have to at least show that you're depositing at least $5,000 a month to be able to qualify for these loans. Now, I will let you know the qualification process is pretty easy if you can at least show a bank statement for the last 3 months that you've been depositing $5,000 a month. It don't matter if you got some overdraft fees. It don't matter if you got some NSFs. They're not worried about that. They worried about you can at least show them a bank account that is at least $5,000 being deposited a month. They will send you those. You send those, and you can do it through us, whatever is easy for you. And they will send you that money, whatever you qualify for based off your deposits. They will send you that money within 24 to 48 hours. However, I will warn you, or I will let you know, these are very high interest loans. So if you do decide to use this because you temporarily waiting on FEMA to kick in, you temporarily waiting on TWC to kick in, you waiting on SBA disaster loan to kick in, you can get this right now money right now to help you out. But the interest on it is extremely high. The payback terms are extremely high. But if you absolutely need it, then I definitely will urge you to get what you need to keep yourself afloat until these other things is going to take a little bit more time kick back in. The last thing is, and I'm looking at my notes, I wrote so much stuff for you guys. As business owners, I'm not a believer of decreasing our prices or decreasing our services to appeal to the masses. If you're a business owner, you charge what you charge. That's your service. But I will say this, if you are self-employed and you're a business owner, I implore you to really find ways to incentivize your clients right now. Personally and professionally, we all going through it. We are all going through it. I don't think anybody in this city is left untouched by the results of this storm. So as a business owner, find ways to incentivize your clients. I ain't trying to knock nobody else, but I will say this. If you are a restaurant owner, if you are a hairstylist, if you any type of self-employed person, understand this. A lot of your competition ain't back to business yet. Restaurants still ain't open. Stores still ain't open. Barbershops still ain't open. Hair salons still not open. Cleaning services, they still out of business right now. God bless them. But if you in business right now is a time for you to really take advantage of market share that was really saturated by your competition. Now, I'm not saying we talking about friendly business competition. That's what I'm saying. But you still have this opportunity to really appeal to the market. So what I'm saying is incentivize your clients. Everybody is going to be in a financial crisis, strapped for cash, your clients. I'm not saying do nothing for free, but what I'm saying is right now is the time to capture the attention of clients who you didn't have an opportunity to capture the attention of before. Find a way to market to people that you didn't have ability to market to before. You might have to give 50% discounts. If Chacho's was beating you out of in the restaurant business 2 weeks ago, they took all your business across the street, but Chacho's is closed today. Disclaimer, I'm using Chacho's as an example. I'm not affiliated with this company. Just saying. If Chacho's was out of business last week, but you in business this week because Chacho's still closed because of the storm, they building still going through the flood renovation, then you this week, give free appetizers this week. Come to Burger Shop on this and get free appetizers. Give half price haircuts. Now is the opportunity to get people to notice your business. So if you're a self-employed business owner who is still actually able to operate your business, find a way to get more people to start using your service. Offer an incentive, offer something half price. Do something to help the masses, because your competition, 50% of your competition is down right now. They stores can't open up. They displaced. God bless them. I'm not speaking of, I'm just saying, take advantage as a business owner with the time that you have now to be able to build back up your cash flow and appeal to your clients. Show them why in the midst of this is the company that you need to be doing business with. And last but not least, if you need any help with any of the things that I said, or you have any other specific details that I couldn't hint in this video because I don't want to keep it too long, please feel free to email us at info at taxrightway.com. TAXRIGHT way.com. Put subject line, Akila, get at me. Akila, help me. Akila, tell me more about this. Whatever you want to put, just get my attention with it. And we will be happy to help you with this unemployment application, this small business disaster loan application, and applying for this right now funding that you might need. So just to recap, the video is about to end. So just to recap, there are 3 things out there right now, and maybe even 4, which is going to be grant money coming in from independent sources, but I don't have too many details on that right now, so I'm going to not talk on that, but I will let you guys know as soon as I get it. Apply for unemployment. Even if you are self-employed, you can apply for unemployment. Don't be letting people tell you you can't do that because of the taxes. That don't apply right now. We're in a disaster. Houston is in a disaster. We're a disaster zone. The federal government say we are a disaster zone. Apply for unemployment. However, be careful with applying for it if you have a W-2 job on the side. If you don't have a W-2 job on the side, meaning all you do is you to make money, apply for unemployment. Second thing is the small business disaster loans. Apply for that too. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks, but go ahead and apply for it. Get your name in that bucket. If you need assistance with it, if you're a right way client, if I do your taxes, you already know that you have my help. If you're not a right way client, then make it your business to become a right way client this year, and you have my help as well. But with that being said, whether you're a right way client or not, email me and I will do as much as I can to help you fill out the application to the best of my ability. And the last source is Right Now Money. We have some private lenders who are willing to help your business get some quick cash. Meaning all you have to do is be depositing at least $5,000 a month. You send me your bank statements and I can see, okay, for the month of August, July, and June, they at least had $5,000 coming in. Even if you got NSF or overdrafts, it don't matter. They still will deal with you. Don't be like, well, I got an NSF check. It don't matter. They're still gonna do business with you. Okay. But we can get you some quick money within 24 to 48 hours. But the money ain't cheap. The interest is gonna be high. But the objective is for that money to hold you over until some of this other money can kick in, like FEMA, the SBA disaster loan, and your unemployment benefits. You can use those monies coming in to pay back the loan that you have. I mean, the fast money loan. I wish you all the best. As soon as I get some more information on these grants, especially of how to become a vendor for the city of Houston, I'm just going to drop y'all a side note. Houston got so much money for us to come into the city, and the city going to be doing so many contracts and bids. that's a nice little arena for any business owner to get in right now. And if you need more information in regards to that, you need to talk to me one-on-one about registering as a vendor or a supplier for the city, how to get certified. Email me at info@taxrightway.com, and I'd love to help you on that as well. My Right Way clients, I got first priority. Everyone else, I will still help you as well, but email me and we'll set up an appointment time to do that. If y'all have any additional questions that you think of later, please email me at info@taxrightway.com as well. And all the links that I just talked about, unemployment, FEMA, and the small business disaster loan, it is on the Right Way tax page. So just scroll down the exact links to get straight to those sites and start to apply. They are there. You don't have to Google it. I put it right there. You don't have to Google it. You don't have to Google it. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you guys for tuning in. Share the video with anybody you think it'd be beneficial to. And as soon as I get some more information, I will let you guys know as well. Thank you guys.